Ben.
Arne, well done tonight. Dominic has just said that tonight, as a group, you showed the right direction, where you want to go. How do you see it, particularly as well, I suppose, as a response after Sunday?
Yeah, from start to finish, I think we played the game I was hoping for, the players were hoping for, and the fans were hoping for. Not only we played from start to finish the perfect game, our fans as well, because from the start they were not accepting what we thought would happen, and what happened was that they would try to create a situation where the energy would run out of the stadium by making sure there was not much playing time. But our fans reacted great to that, and our players kept on going. So great dynamic between fans and players, and almost the perfect game from us, but also but definitely from our fans.
Obviously, I have to ask about Mo, because there's an unusual bit was him asking to be substituted. But before that, he'd obviously become the first African to score 50 goals in the Champions League as well. So your reaction to him reaching that landmark, and I take it, is he okay, or?
Nah, first of all, it says a lot about him that after you miss a penalty just before half-time, that can sometimes be hard for an individual or for a team. So compliment to the team for how we came out in the second half, because we've had a lot of setbacks this season. We've had a lot of first halves or second half where we created chance after chance after chance without doing justice to how we performed, so not scoring. And then Mo and the team came out the second half the way they did. So he assisted first to Hugo, great assist, and then scored a trademark goal, I think, which he scored many of in this stadium, but for this club, coming inside, finding the top corner. So that tells you a lot about his mental strength of him, but definitely also of the team, because adversity is something we can talk about when it comes to this season.
Injury-wise, though?
Injury-wise, he was asking for a substitution, not because he thought he had scored enough, but he felt something. So let's see where he is for the weekend and afterwards.
Just get your thoughts as well on facing Paris Saint-Germain again, albeit around later than last season.
Yeah, if you go to the latter stages of the Champions League, you know one thing for sure, that you're going to face Paris Saint-Germain, because it's an incredible team. We've experienced that last season when we faced them away from home. Very, very, very difficult game. Here at Anfield we played, now I said tonight, a perfect game. Here at Anfield we played also a fantastic game. This is, I've said a lot of times how great of a match that was. The best game I've managed in my career. Maybe not in result, but how football should be played. Both teams just playing football, just wanting to enjoy the fans, to entertain the fans. We were the only team that brought them to extra time, the only team that brought them to penalties. But that team has showed this season that they haven't dropped their level. And we showed tonight that we can still perform at the level we were performing large parts of last season. So it gives us a lot of confidence that we have this performance. But it's not the first one this season. We've had more of them, especially in Europe. And we have to try to find the consistency. Although I can already spoil or disappoint people, this performance is hardly impossible to copy that one more time, because 5.02 XG on a Champions League night with conceding 0.18, I think. That's not going to be easy to copy that one more time.
Lewis.
How grateful are you to the fans for the atmosphere in terms of the noise, the positivity tonight? How grateful are you?
Yeah, very grateful. I think I've said many times that we've lost twice against them because they are a good team, but definitely also because their fans were so helpful for them in their stadium. And I think it's fair to say now that Anfield has created an even bigger atmosphere. The atmosphere tonight was unbelievable, as it has been so many times here at Anfield on European nights. I've experienced a few, you probably even more. This was all we could ask for from the players, but definitely also from the fans. From the first time they tried to kill the momentum, our fans raised their voices even more. And I think that combination was very important tonight. That's why I was maybe a bit more energetic than I usually are, because we should not. We have to fight this together. what we saw tonight.
Rich.
Arne, just on Mo and the tactics, it looked like you were using him more in field today.
Yeah.
Can you sort of talk through what your thinking was there? Was it to get him in the box more?
The thinking is not only about Mo, the thinking is about a lot of things. You always try to prepare your team in a way that can help them during the game, but I think tonight is not about tactics. It's mainly about the work they've put in, the support we got from the fans, and then of course tactics can help. But this work rate, this intensity, this combination of play is always more important than tactics. But unfortunately, we've played this tactic before. Frankfurt away, Inter Milan away, and some other games. But usually this season, then we got a player injured. We couldn't do it again because then we miss out on a certain type in a certain position. So we've used this tactic before, but unfortunately, even tonight with Joe Gomes, couldn't play. Not really helpful, of course, when I had to take Jeremy Frimpong off. But Curtis again did a great job. This has been our season, that every time when we think we find the system or we think we find the right style of play, then someone gets injured and then we don't have the similar fit. So we have to adapt and change again. And but yeah, that's part of being a manager, and so yeah, you can't complain about that.
You mentioned you being quite energetic on the touchline. It's maybe the most animated that I've seen you as Liverpool manager. So obviously the atmosphere helps the players as well. But for you, how much did you enjoy that tonight, to be sort of in that connection between yourself, the players, the fans? How special?
I think it was mainly the connection between the players and the fans. I hope that the fans were more focused on how the players played than what I was doing down the line. But at a certain moment, enough is enough. I faced it now far too many times that we are trying to create momentum, we're trying to play, and then someone is on the floor again for half an hour, and enough is enough. So I thought I had to do something about it. I've tried it many times to go to the fourth official, to influence, to say, are you aware, are you aware, are you aware? Now, never ever this season we got the extra time that we deserved. So that's why I said what I said to the fans before the game. We have to create something to fight this together, because this is not... This is very difficult, because it's not a tactic I can do something against, except for running around like a lunatic down the line, maybe. So maybe we have to do this more often. But I hope it gets noticed more and more by the people who have to do something about it.
Paul Joyce. Are you okay? Just pass the mic to the...
I want to ask Turkish.
Oh, sorry.
Emrah Oktay, Anadolu Ajansı. Bu sezon Galatasaray'la 3. kez karşılaştınız. Galatasaray'ın bu performansı, etkisiz performansı sizi şaşırttı mı? Bir de Osimhen'in ilk 10 dakikada sakatlanması sizin işlerinizi kolaylaştırdı mı? Teşekkürler.
Yes, I think it was helpful, because Osimhen is an unbelievable player for them. But if I looked at the first 10 minutes and I looked at how Ibu, Konate and Virgil were playing, I would have completely trusted them 90 minutes against Osimhen tonight as well. Because we were at it, the rest of the team made sure he wasn't even, they couldn't play balls towards him. But he has shown in his career so many times that he can score from out of nowhere. So yeah, it's never nice to see a player being injured, but he has a big influence on Galatasaray's performances. Yeah, I think it was a different performance from us than the two times we played them in their stadium, but that's also because of it's helpful to have your own fans, and it's also helpful to get the lead instead of conceding in both games quite early when we played away from home.
If we can get the mic across, we can do one at the back and then James, last one at the front.
Serdar Kelleci. Tebrik ediyorum. Liverpool'un özellikle ilk Crystal Palace ligin başında oynanan maçta da yüksekte bir savunma ile karşılaştığında problem yaşadı. Ama 3. bölgeye yerleşip rakiplerin savunma çizgisini 15. 20. metreye çizdirdiği zaman çok etkili bir Liverpool izliyoruz. Arne Slot'un bununla ilgili şifresi ne? Çünkü Liverpool 3. bölgeye yerleştiği zaman özellikle çok etkili bir takım oluyor. Rakiplerin 15. 20. metrede savunma çizgisini çizdiği an. Bununla ilgili Arne Slot'un şifresi ne ilerleyen zamanda?
Either you know more about tactics than I do, or I don't understand your question. So actually I have no clue what you're asking. But do you have a clue?
No, I think it's where the defensive line was. But
Where our defensive line was. I think it was quite high up the pitch constantly because we dominated ball possession and we could press them really high. Of course, Galatasaray were playing a lot of long balls, which we expected, which they usually do, and especially against us. We defended it really well. We tried to create an overload into midfield to be able to win even more second balls than we've done either against Tottenham or against Galatasaray before. I don't think we were effective. I think if there's one thing the same as all the games we've played before is that, again, we underperformed in terms of XG. That's hardly impossible if you score 4, but it's possible for us because we created 5.2 or 5.02. So I don't think we were effective. We could have scored much more goals. We should have scored much more goals. But overall, very pleased with our performance.
last one, the front, James, you got the mic. Who's keeping it?
Yeah, maybe he wants to ask another question.
Arno, it's obviously a quick turnaround now for Brighton on Saturday. You've got to bring everyone back down to earth for that. Can tonight set the blueprint for the rest of the season in terms of that tempo and intensity and just not allowing games to drift and just imposing yourselves on it like you did tonight?
Yeah, but it's not as simple as you think to say, okay, if you can bring this tonight, you can bring this every single game. There's an opponent to play against. There's type of play, style of play. There are so many factors that why we could bring tonight what we could bring. I think it's fair to say for me, especially for you, all of you, because you are following Liverpool so many times, that Anfield and the players can also rise to the occasion and a European night. I think there have been many moments or parts of games where we showed this, but usually we have 10 minutes where we drop down a little bit or the other team takes over, and that's 99 out of 100 times have been the moments where we conceded, because that's the first chance of them and they scored. Now today that didn't happen because we did not concede at all and we didn't drop at all in terms of our intensity. So yeah, we would like us to perform every single time at this level. Unfortunately, for the 5th, 6th time now, I think we only get 2 days rest to go to Brighton, early kickoff. For me, that's not realistic. You see more and more players get injured in this period of time because there's such a tight schedule. So we should have given a bit more rest, but that hasn't happened a lot to us this season. So Brighton is an intense team we're going to face, and we will bring the best game possible again on Saturday. But you cannot compare Brighton to Galatasaray, or you cannot compare Tottenham to Galatasaray. It's every game has his own story. But yeah, I hope this is the standard we are looking for. So yeah, let's see if we can bring that every single time from now on.
Thank you.